Hey, in this homestead gardening series, I'm going to show you guys how I'm saving flower seeds that grow around the garden and some native seeds that are important to the environment. Stay tuned, we'll be right back. Welcome back to Pine Meadows Hobby Farm. I'm your host, Jerry Hansen. Brought you guys into the greenhouse. This is a homestead gardening series, but I have plants or flowers that have died off, and don't ignore them. They're a great resource for saving seed for your next year's crops of flowers to add to your flower collection. Here I have, I believe these are Shasta daisies. I planted these. They keep coming back year after year, but I will harvest the flower heads, and in the flower heads you see the seeds. You just take it apart and you've got some seeds. I have a Ziploc bag here. And we're just going to collect the ones from this plant that grows outside of my porch or my deck, and we're going to save the flower seeds and store them in a cool, dry, dark place. And next year I'm going to plant them or pot them in the greenhouse here, and we'll see how well they do. Now, going out into the pond area, I have this milkweed. Milkweed is a food specifically for the caterpillar of the monarch butterfly. In my attempt to save the monarch butterfly population and give them food, I'm going to go ahead and select these pods that have the seeds in them. When the pods dry out, they'll let go of their seeds. They'll be mature enough. Again, I'll store these in a cool, dark, dry place. And next year, I'm going to pot them and plant them in specific areas around my homestead to create a butterfly garden in hopes to attract some monarch butterflies. Also in my garden, I had ordered some comfrey seeds, and I planted them in the raised bed here, and they will come back year after year, but I'm collecting the flowers, the dried out parts, in hopes that I can harvest some seeds from them. I'm just going to go ahead and clip them with my little snippers and save them in this Ziploc bag. Again, store them in a cool, dark, dry place and see if we can get any seeds out of them for next year. I'll go ahead and pot them in the greenhouse when it comes time in the spring, and we'll plant some more comfrey because I want some comfrey growing to dry, cut and dry, and feed to the livestock throughout the winter months because it's high in protein, it's rich in nutrients. I'm also going to plant some around the pastures so the goats can free range on it. You can also feed it to the rabbits, you know, the livestock that eat greens. So they'll, it's like, hey, you can feed your livestock a lot of variety of different stuff because in nature that's what they forage on. My goats are free range. They eat a little bit of leaves, bark, twigs, grasses, whatever they can find to eat, and they know what to eat, and they're smart enough, they know what not to eat. So those are the 3 plants that I've harvested so far. Now here's a homestead hack that goes with the gardening series. My wife got a bouquet of flowers, and they started dying and drying up. So she hung them out here in the greenhouse upside down so all the nutrients will end up in the flowers. So she hung them out for several months, and yes, these flowers are seeds. They're all dried up. So we're going to save the seeds from a variety of different flowers she had in this bouquet. For instance, look at this. That is a dead, dried up flower. However, if you pull that out of there, you got flower seeds. That's what those are. So we're going to extract all the seeds from these. Here's another type of flower that dried up. Look at that little purple one. Yeah, you pull that middle out, it's flower seeds. That's what they are. That's where the flower seeds come from. That's how they regenerate themselves. This type of flower, other flowers regenerate themselves through the rhizome. So I'm going to save these back and put them in a Ziploc bag and store them away for planting a nice little flower garden for my wife. Well, mainly for the pollinators, the butterflies, the honeybees, and anything else that wants to come along and feast on these flowers. So there's a homestead hack for you and a little bit of things that I do on the homestead. I've been collecting seeds throughout the years. Anytime my vegetable plants go to seed, I will let them go to seed and I'll collect the vegetable seeds from those and store them, sometimes in the refrigerator to stratify them. Yeah, we'll plant them, and that's how I, especially the non-hybrid, non-GMO seeds or plants, you can collect the seeds and they'll regenerate year after year, and that's what I like to do. Anyway, I'm your host, Jerry Hansen, in the Homestead Garden series. Please stay tuned to more videos. You could do that by subscribing and clicking that bell icon. That alerts you to new videos as I upload them. Give us a thumbs up, click that share button. Sharing my videos on your social media platforms really helps out the channel. Yeah, remember to always be safe, always be kind. We'll see you guys in my next adventure. Bye-bye now.